Welcome to the Short Score, the Team Roping Journal's weekly updates from the team roping world, including from Pro Rodeo, major jackpots, USTRC, and World Series of Team Roping qualifiers, and more, with hosts Chelsea Shaffer
and Kaitlin Gustave.
Hey everybody, it is a Cowboy Christmas edition of the Short Score.
Yay.
Yay.
I love Cowboy Christmas.
You do?
I do.
It is smack in the middle of it. So guys, we have an episode full of updates from kind of across the country. It's early. There's no way to tell who's dominating right now because everything's pretty spread out, but we have some definite high points to talk about. So first, we're going to go over the Pro Rodeo results. These are brought to you by CSI Saddlepads. They're one of our Rope Vegas sponsors. I'll let you know who's sponsored in kind of each section as we go along. But Kaitlin, what is going on in professional rodeo?
Well, I don't know if you guys saw it, because I know I dang sure did, but Chad Masters and Joseph Harrison, they brought home those sweet spurs from the Reno Rodeo.
Yep.
They were 17-3 on 3 head, and that paid $6,747 a man. They also tied Colby Lovell and Ty Arnold for 8th in the first round. They all were 5-5, and that paid $196. And then they also placed 5th in the final round with a 6.3, and that paid $428.
And so Chad is 9th in the world now with 39,475 won, and Joseph is 7th with 40,563 won. So just kind of knocking at the door of the NFR already. 40,001. Everybody has always talked about 65,000 being the bar for making the finals. There's a lot of guesses that it's going to be more this year, just because of the extra money that's available. But then the rodeo counts down to 65 too. So it's kind of hard to tell what's gonna cut it.
Yeah, and they're on a roll right now too. I don't know exactly the rodeos. I know I watch runs on Facebook, but they're consistent right now.
They're catching. They catch those two
They
anyway.
do.
So it's no surprise that they're being consistent. And then, they are placing at Greeley in the round. So that's cool. There's only one more perf, I think.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, short round.
Yep.
And then next, our 2018 Resistol Rookie header, Jeff Flanagan, and he's heading for Tyler Worley. They won west of the Pecos Rodeo in Texas. They were 14.7 seconds on 2 head, and that paid $2,675 a man. They tied Luke Brown and Paul Eves in the first round for first, and with a 7 flat. And that paid a little over $1,000. They tied Landon McClarity and Tyler Fearson for 5th in the second round with a 7.7 second round, and that paid $431 a man. They also placed 6th in the average at Reno with 20 seconds on 3 head, and that paid $2,347 a man. They're currently tied for 4th in the second round at Greeley with Spencer Mitchell and Cody Dosher. They roped there, steering 4.9 seconds. And in total right now, they had $7,083 won over the weekend.
If you guys are listening to this, Tuesday when it comes out, maybe Wednesday morning, we'll see kind of what happens in Greeley Wednesday night. But Spencer Mitchell, and Cody Dosher, they were 4-9 on both of them in Greeley, and that's doing it. That was sure enough doing it. So they're Spank and Cody, they're leading the average, the Greeley Stampede. That's one of the big ones over the 4th. So another one of the big ones over the 4th that we're going to be watching for is the Cody Stampede. That's always huge. Cody, right now, I saw that, no surprise here, Clay Smith and Jade Corkill are tied for the lead at Cody with Brooks DeHosey and Walt Woodard. I'm a Brooks DeHosey fan, which I think we've talked about that on the podcast before. So I would be so stoked to see
so nice.
Brooks DeHosey split
Brooks.
the win at Cody. I think they were both 4-8, so it can get a little rapid there. So we'll stand by and watch, but
don't take that rudely. We like everyone.
Yeah.
But we are pulling for Brooks.
Yep, absolutely. and the legend Walt Woodard too.
Yes.
So, yep.
Another team that keeps on rolling is that Junior D's and Lane Siggins.
When you're hot, you're hot.
I guess. Yeah. Coming off of the Bob Feist, they won the Crystal Springs Rodeo in Clear Lake, South Dakota. They were 5-3 there, and that paid $3,126 a man. They tied Wyatt Bice and Parker Murnion for second at the Rough Rider Days Rodeo in Dickinson, North Dakota with a 5.4. That paid $1,777 a man. In total, they added $4,903 to their earnings. Dees is 22nd in the standings, and Siggins is 25th. So, I mean, they're kind of...
Yep.
Keep winning, you're going to be up there in the standings.
Yeah. And you'll see it soon, folks. We just sent our August issue of the Team Roping Journal to press, and Junior D's is front and center on the cover. I think the Lion's Share of Fame breeding program is going to be pretty excited to see how cool that horse looks on the cover. And Junior too, but I think the horse is pretty sweet. So
yeah, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Dawson and Dylan Graham, another pro rodeo team going right now, they won the Crooked River Roundup in Prineville, Oregon with a time of 14.7 seconds on two head, and that paid $1,916 a man. They placed third in the first round with a 7.2 second run. They won the second round with a 7.5 second run. And they also placed eighth at the Williams Lake, British Columbia Stampede with a 7.2 second run. So in total, they added $4,738 to their earnings. Ryan Opie and Chase Hansen, they dominated in Idaho. They won the Meridian Idaho Lions Rodeo with a 5-point second run. That paid $1,567 a man. And they won the Daniel Dops Memorial Ram PRCA Rodeo in Mountain Home, Idaho. They were 5-5 there. That paid $1,772 a man. In total, they added $3,339 to their earnings.
Well, that's awesome. We will have a lot more coming in the next couple days. We're going to do another short score, of course, next week. That's going to have kind of a clearer picture of everything that happened over Cowboy Christmas. But hang with us. Right now, though, we want to talk about the Resistol Rookies and the Resistol Rookie race. We've got a good wrap-up of that on our website every week, and you can be sure to follow it here. We don't think you can talk enough about the Resistol Rookie standings because you can win the world every year that you're pro rodeoing. Mm-hmm. You can only win the Resistol Rookie of the year your first year. So we want to really put a spotlight on that race. Our partners at Resistol are excited about us doing that. So Kaitlin, what is going on in the Resistol Rookie race?
Ryan Reed and Wyatt Hansen. Wyatt Hansen is in the Resistol Rookie race right now on the hillside. They placed fourth in the average at the Crooked River Roundup in Prineville, Oregon, with a time of 21.6 seconds on two head. And then they won the finals round at the Reno Rodeo with a 5.3 second run. And then they tied David Key and Rich Skelton for second in the average over there in Reno, with a 17.4 seconds on three head, worth $5,427 a man. Wyatt Hansen is currently first in the Resistol Rookie healing standings with a total of $17,964.
So these Resistol Rookie standings on the heel side for sure are going to be dang tough because now who's next is Mr. Peyton Bray, who is healing for Eric Rogers, the 2017 world champ. Kaitlin, they have been on a heater. Tell us about it.
They placed second at the Augusta, Montana American Legion Rodeo with a time of 5.6 seconds. That paid a little over $900. They also placed third in the first round at the Ponoka, Alberta Stampede with a 6.3 second run. That paid $1,323. They placed first in the second round with a 5.2 second run, $1,642 to each of those guys. And they won the average with a time of 19.9 seconds on three head, paying $2,463 to each man. Peyton is currently third in the Resistol Rookie standings on the heel side with $11,030. So he's up there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't really start going. Peyton hadn't really officialed any rodeos until him and Eric started roping after the timed event. So
that's pretty decent.
Yeah. Now the next guy, Douglas Rich, the next guy here on your list to talk about, we did an at-home with. He was one of the guys on the East Coast who qualified for the American. I think he is in Tennessee or was in Tennessee. So there's a story on our website about Douglas Rich. We'll make sure y'all see it. But Kaitlin, tell us about him.
He's currently healing for Texas's Clory Clark. They placed fifth in the average at the Reno Rodeo They were 18.2 seconds on 3 head, and that paid $3,227 a man. And then they placed third in the final round with a 5.6 second run. That paid just a little over $900. They both, Clark and Rich, both added $4,130 to each of their earnings. And that Douglas Rich is currently 7th in the Resistol Rookie standings with $4,129.
Very cool.
Yeah. And then Resistol heading. That head side is pretty decent too. That Cal Fuller, he's been number 1 spot for weeks and weeks and weeks, and he's still in there. He's roping with Casper Roy. They placed 4th at the Augusta, Montana American Legion Rodeo with a 5.9 second run. And then they also roped at the Panoka Stampede. They tied for 10th with Keeley and Logan Bonnet and Grady Braden and Colton Fletcher with a 6.7 second run. And then they won the finals round with a 6.1 second run. That paid $1,000 a man. Cal and Casper, they ended up placing 6th in the average with a 22.3 seconds on 3 head, adding just a little over $1,000 to their earnings. And Cal is now, he's still number 1 in the Resistol standings with $15,538.87. And he's up there in the pro rodeo results too.
That's awesome. All right. I want to talk about Mason Vocher. He is Turtle Pal's nephew. And I know when Turtle retired, he inherited all of Turtle's head horses.
Decent.
If you ask Turtle, he just has a little heel horse that he rides right now, and he doesn't get to ride very much because he's working for Brandon Webb. But Mason, I don't know I haven't talked to Turtle if he's still rodeoing on Odo and Rooster were the 2 that he got. And he was college rodeoing them or high school rodeoing on them last I talked to Turtle. So I would guess that this Mason, who is now 4th in the Resistol Rookie heading standings with $5,767 won, I bet he's pretty mounted. That would just be that would be a guess. So I hope so. I have to talk to Turtle. I will update y'all if Rooster and Odo, Turtle's NFR mounts are still going, but I sure hope so because those were cool horses.
More Resistol Rookie standings. There's a ton. All these Resistol Rookies are not backing off right now. Nebraska's Cooper and Tucker White. Cooper's in the Resistol Rookie standings. He's currently 6th in the heading standings with $5,388. Him and Tucker, they placed 4th at the Rough Rider Days Rodeo in Dickinson, North Dakota. They were 5-5 there, and that paid $1,344 a man.
So Cooper and Tucker White, they were friends with Justin Cunningham, who passed away in that terrible carbon monoxide accident. Tucker was there that day, actually, in Loveland. So keep the carbon monoxide situation front of mind right now, guys. Make sure you're practicing your generator safety while you're on the road. I know everybody's traveling, parking close in parking lots. We will have an article on our website about generator safety. Make sure you're referencing it because you don't know what you don't know about it.
And then Colton Campbell, he recently won the all-around cowboy title at the College National Finals Rodeo. He's heading for California's Dalton Pierce. They tied Brooks DeHosey and Walt Woodard and Ren Richard and Clint Summers for 6th in the second round at the Reno Rodeo with a 5.3 second run. That paid $978 a man. Colton, he's currently 2nd in the Resistol Rookie heading standings behind Cal Fuller. He has $12,669 won. So couple thousand to catch up to Cal, but I mean, he's right there.
Yeah, one big hit. There's a lot of big hit opportunities coming in the next couple months.
And then that Texas Garrett Chick, last year he was circuit rodeoing up here with J.W. Borrego. He's roping with the 2018 Resistol Rookie Healing Champion, Ross Ashford. They tied Tate Kirchenschlager and Buddy Hawkins for 5th in the average at the West of the Pecos Rodeo with a time of 17.3 seconds on 2 head. And Garrett, he's currently 3rd in the Resistol Rookie heading standings with $11,859. And then lastly, for our Resistol Rookie update, Wyoming's Carson Johnson, he's healing for his brother and the 2018 College National Finals champion header Kaitlin Johnson. He won with Trey Yates over there. They placed 5th in the first round at the Pecos, Texas Rodeo with a 7.8 second run. That paid $554 a man. Carson's currently 5th in the Resistol Rookie standings with $5,181. A lot of Resistol updates.
That is a lot of Resistol updates. Good job,
Good
Kaitlin.
job.
Thanks for pulling all of that.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Now, fastback ropes. So the team at Fastback Ropes has a huge team of endorsees that are in the circuit system. And that's awesome because that means the guys that are the weekend warriors that maybe aren't as diehard as the top pros or can't go as much or are working and spending their hard-earned dollars to go rodeo, they're using fastback ropes. So that is why they are bringing us the fastback circuit standings every week on our podcast and on our website. You can check it out on social. So we've got all the circuit standings on our website, but we've got to talk about a tough circuit in the turquoise circuit because... So, I don't know if you all have paid attention, but Derek Begay, Tom Richards, and Nick Sarche have decided to kind of stay home this year, stay close to home. And it's showing in the turquoise circuit standings. Derek and Ty Romo tied with Tom Richards and Nick Sarche to win the Flagstaff Pro Rodeo with time of 4.7. They won $1,000 a man. Derek's obviously leading the turquoise circuit standings with $11,878 won. Ty Romo, he's 14th with $2,900 won. Tom Richards is 7th with $5,182. And Nick Sarche is 6th on the heel-in with the same amount. So, talk about a tough circuit. Sorry to everybody in Arizona and New Mexico that those guys decided to stay home. It's got to be brutal. I think everybody's excited that Corey Petska's going north to head because, Petska will be heading in the Great Lakes circuit. So sorry for everybody up there, and it'll be kind of fun to watch all of that.
And then obviously we talked about that Ryan Opie and Chase Hansen. We know all they won. Opie moved up in the Columbia Circuit standings he's first right now with $4,996, and Chase Hansen is third with $3,339.
So in the Great Lakes circuit, Coy Rahman and Ryan Bonan, they won about $3,000 just this past weekend. They tied with Britt and Jake Smith for 5th in the Rodeo of the Ozarks in Springdale, Arkansas with a 5.4. Worth about $2,100. They also placed at the Edgewood, Iowa Days PRCA Rodeo with a 6.9 second run, worth $873 a man. They're leading the Great Lakes circuit. It's no surprise. Those guys rope great. And they've both got a little over 6,000 won. So check out our website for the rest of the standings. We've got more updates on our site. All right, everybody, this is an off week for the score. Go back and listen to Junior Dees and Lane Siggins, who won the BFI. We've got their interview up. That episode is also brought to you by Fastback Ropes. We've got a great episode with Walt, Travis Tryon's Walt. That is a cool one. You've got to check that out. And we will have another episode of The Score next week.
With Brock Hansen.
Who has extremely long arms. This is a side note. Thank gosh Brock Hansen has extremely long arms because he and Derek Begay, we've got to do a full-on shout-out. Brock Hansen, Derek Begay, Jake Orman, Junior Noguera. Am I missing anybody?
Those 4.
Yeah, they helped us break into our rental car in Reno and get our keys out of the trunk. They are our MVP buddies. It took Brock's super long arms to reach through the back seat into the trunk. It took about 2 hours, a lot of try. If you ever wonder who has no quit, it is Derek Begay, Brock Hansen, Junior Noguera, and Jake Orman. So.
I had quit. I definitely took Junior's bike and rode it around.
Yeah, I also sat on the sidewalk and was frustrated. So thanks everybody. If you stuck with us through 21 minutes of updates and you care this much about the sport of team roping and what is going on at the professional level, shout out to you. You guys are our heroes. You're our people if you like listening to this many team roping results.
I hope I'm not doing this for no reason.
Yeah, no, we know that many thousands of you are listening to this every week because that's what our analytics say, and that is awesome. So thank you for hanging with us. We're going to have a big, full summer of these results, and we look forward to telling you about who won all the big money in here in a couple days. Thanks.